Coming up is part 1 of the course from makethattrack.com. As a member of our website, you get access to all the links, presets, samples and loops, and also project files, including MIDI, for all the tutorials on the site. Enjoy this free tutorial and be sure to check us out at makethattrack.com.
Hey guys, welcome to part 1. In this video we're going to be setting up our basic drum beat and drum rhythms. So the first thing we're going to want to do is create our basic kick and snare rhythm. So we're going to be using MIDI for that, and in order to do that what we need to do is load in what's called an FPC. That's just a stock Fruity Loops plugin. So in order to load one in, all we have to do is right click in the pattern window, go to Insert, and choose FPC. That's going to load in a bunch of pads that we can use to assign audio clips. However, by default, it's already going to have a bunch of audio clips in here. So in order to get a blank preset, what we have to do is in the top left, click on that arrow and go to Presets, Empty. So now we have a bunch of assignable pads that we can put audio clips into and then play them or write patterns with MIDI. And there's two ways that we can load clips into here. One is to click on this folder icon here, and we can navigate to our audio that way. But a quicker way is to use the browser here on the left. And I already have a custom folder set up. In order to get a custom folder, all you have to do is in your options menu, go to File Settings, and then you can assign custom folders here. So we're going to be going into Samples in our drums folder. I'm going to grab a kick and a snare and just drag them onto the pads we want. Now, I already have an FPC loaded up, so I'm going to go ahead and delete this one and open this. So now we have our kick and our snare loaded in. We can click on the pads to play them, or we can use an external MIDI controller to hit the corresponding notes that they're assigned to. As you can see, our snare is assigned to C3, and our kick is assigned to C#3. So if we hit these on a MIDI piano that we have plugged in or a MIDI controller, we'll be able to play them. But what we're going to do is we're going to write a pattern into the piano roll. So we're going to right click on FPC, choose piano roll, and it's going to pop up for us. Now you can see what notes they're assigned to here on the left. And all we have to do to get a note in here is left click. So we have our kick. We're just going to have our kick once every 2 beats. Okay, now let's put our snare in. And for the last bit here, we're going to vary our kick a little bit. Okay, so we're going to have okay, so now that we have our pattern drawn in, we're going to want to draw this into our timeline. So all we have to do is go over here with our brush tool and click and drag. We can paint this in as many times as we want. In order to listen to the timeline, we have to go over here and click on Song instead of Pattern. Okay, so now let's get a hi-hat loop in here. So we're going to go back to our drums folder and grab hi-hat loop and just drag it on into here. And we can paint this as many times as we need to. And when you drag in a clip, it's going to create a little clip in the pattern window here for you to work with. And we can change the volume with this knob here or the panning with the knob next to it. So I already have my volume set for the clips that we're going to use. So I'm not going to be touching those. Okay, next let's get another hat in here to fill out the high end. Now this is going to be a little bit too long. I'm going to want this to happen once every beat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shorten this, and I'm going to hold Shift and then drag this to copy it. I'm going to do that a few more times. Then I can hold Control or Command and click and drag to select all four, and then hold Shift and copy all four at once. Then I can repeat this process. Okay, so now we have this. Okay, now to make our pattern a little bit more interesting, we're going to be using a couple of reverse kick samples. So let's go back over here to our drums, and we have 2 reverse kicks. We're going to drag kick reverse up into here. And we're just going to use this at the end of every 4 bars. Okay. All right, and now we're going to use another reverse kick. And this sample is a kick that had a reverb on it and then was then flipped backwards afterwards. So we're going to have this play once every 2 beats. So now we have this. Okay, and that's just going to make our kit a little bit more interesting. And now to complete the kit, let's just drag our crash in. Okay, now we have our basic kit set up. That's going to do it for this video. In the next video, we're going to be importing and designing some of our instruments. So I'll see you in the next video.
We hope you've enjoyed part 1 of this course. To continue, please go to the website and select a membership to suit your needs. Welcome to MakeThatTrack.com. At Make That Track, we provide everything you need to make your favourite style of music from start to finish. Our Getting Started series will show a complete beginner where to start and what they need to do to start making music out of the box. Once the basics are grasped, you can learn how to make the genre of your choice with everything that you need in the process. Want to know how to make that elusive sound from your favourite producer's tracks? Check out our How to Make That Sound tutorials. We take the guesswork out and show you exactly what you need to do to get that sound within a few simple steps. With tips on arrangement, mixing, mastering and effects, you'll have everything you need to prepare your tracks to send to a record label and to play in the clubs. Get everything you need to make the music you love today.